Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Blue and Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know this does not work. So let's get open for business. And let's wake up those football guys. Wake up here. I hope you're good on this finally freaking Friday. Don't forget, 9 o'clock Eastern, we'll be doing our live stream like we do every Friday night. And it's been, I guess, probably about 4 or 5 years that we've been doing 9 p.m. Eastern live streams, Monday and Friday nights. Boy, that's a lot of shows. So tune in tonight. We'll be giving away another one of our Joe Barty trophies. In fact, once I get finished with this video, I got to get to my workshop and get some more of them built because they're going out the door quick. And shout out to all of the donations from fans that have donated, $100 super chats and say, give one away to such and such. So that's why you guys are keeping me real busy. Anyway, in the meantime here, we have some news on the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, our quarterback, who says, I could play today if we need to. That's right. He says, I could play today. Doesn't mean that he's 100%. It means that he could play. And the reality is from the first day of training camp, that's generally speaking the healthiest you will be. From there, it's downhill because nobody is 100% healthy going through an NFL season. They're just not. And so that's the way you look at it. He's still got plenty of time to do some more healing and getting stronger and everything else, but he will be in good shape. Now, as far as the quarterback situation, at the moment, it's Dak and Ben DiNucci. Now, I expect Ben DiNucci to be better than he was, of course, last year because he didn't really have any OTAs. He really didn't have much of a training camp because he was the third string, fourth string, who knows, quarterback, so you didn't exactly get reps. And he literally got thrown out there and thrown under the bus because they did nothing but gadget plays. So the Cowboys are looking for a veteran presence, and they have flown in Jeff Driscoll. Oh, my God. Jeff Driscoll. Jeff Driscoll, who played with the Bengals, who played with the Lions, and played with Denver in his 3-year career, has had 9 starts, and wait for it, 1 victory. Now, we got to look at this a couple of ways. It's not exactly like he was playing on great teams, okay? He wasn't. He was playing on teams that were bad teams, the Bengals, the Lions, we know, and, of course, Denver, we know. In his career, his numbers, he's got 2,120 yards, 13 TDs, and 8 interceptions. At least he has more TDs than interceptions. And he is a veteran body who has some experience that he will be bringing to Dallas. So this is probably will be a good signing. He hasn't actually signed just yet as far as I know. But you have to have more than just Dak. You got to have at least somebody. And of course, the Cowboys didn't draft any quarterbacks, so this was a move that was expected. We just didn't know who. Now, I know people will say, well, who's that guy, or why did you sign that guy? Why didn't you get somebody better? The reality is if you're a backup quarterback that's good, you're not a backup quarterback. You will be starting. That's the reality. There's not a lot of really good quarterbacks to go around. And the funny thing is remember when they thought that the Eagles had a great quarterback situation, that Carson Wentz and Nick Foles, best quarterback situation, and it ended up being that it wasn't as good as they thought. The reality is the Dallas Cowboys are only going to go as far as Dak Prescott will take them. Now, I know that the haters out there was, good, we got somebody else in there. He's coming to take Dak Prescott's spot. Oh, I can't wait. He's going to show up at training camp. He's going to make Dak look like ass, and he's going to be the starter. Yeah, okay. I'll put that there with the guy who said that the Cowboys should trade Dak, Zeke, and Amari Cooper to Green Bay to bring Aaron Rodgers here. Yeah, I'm just like, do you really think about the words that are coming out of your mouth? Do you really even think about that? The first off thing, Aaron Rodgers basically throws people under the bus and gets them fired. So you do know that he got Mike McCarthy fired. And so your idea of trading all the talent that you have to Green Bay to bring in Aaron Rodgers, who does not like Mike McCarthy because he's still holding that fact that he did not get picked by San Francisco, who Mike McCarthy was the offensive coordinator, and he took Alex Smith, and Aaron Rodgers fell into the 20s. Aaron Rodgers is a vengeful SOB. So I'm just kind of wondering where y'all come up with this crap. Isn't this crap? I almost have to laugh, but some of you guys actually believe the stuff that you put out there. Anyway, the other news, of course, that we have is we have the rest of the offseason schedule released as far as working out. The NFL and NFLPA did not see eye to eye on working out at facilities. In fact, the NFLPA had basically said to the players, it's not safe for you to work out at the team facilities because of COVID. And you should boycott the offseason workouts. They even went as far as to say that missed games, that because of last year, there were less players that missed games during the season than normal because there wasn't preseason games. They said that there was less concussions because there was less practices and so on, that the players were safer working from home. That was until offensive tackle from Denver ruptured his Achilles tendon working out on his own. And the NFL said, hey, we understand it's not safe to work out with us. But since you were working out on your own and you ruptured your Achilles, we're not responsible for that guaranteed contract. So I'm curious to see how many of the players change the tune and unboycott working out of facilities. Because if you get hurt and it's not at the team facilities, that's on you, bro. That's on you. And the offensive tackle, I believe, is going to lose about $20 million. So work out from home, work out at facilities. I'm thinking that you're going to work out in facilities. So the off-season schedule goes as this. The rookie minicamp, rookies. Hey, this is, oh my God, we're on the downhill side, guys. May 14th to 16th is rookie minicamp. Oh, wow. And you think about the 15 undrafted rookie free agents. And then, of course, the 11 draft picks. We got 26 guys out there. That's like a regular practice. Then phase 2 of OTAs starts on the 17th. So the rookies will go literally from doing the rookie minicamp right into phase 2. Phase 2 is a walkthrough practice. And they call perfect play. So they'll be running some plays. They'll be installing the offense and the defense and things like that. They'll be doing some drills and things. This is kind of like practice, okay? And that is the 17th through the 21st. Then the OTAs, May 25th through the 27th, June 1st through the 3rd, June 7th through the 10th, and then mandatory minicamp. Okay, all this is voluntary. Yeah, this is voluntary. You don't have to show up for this. Yeah. Don't show up and think that you're going to make the team, okay? Mandatory minicamp is June 8th and 10th, and then it's a break until training camp. So we will have the guys working out. We'll get, of course, reports about, who looked good and things like that. Maybe get a little bit of a taste of what they're going to be installing as far as offense and defense. And we'll get a better take on how Dak Prescott really is. So if you're not getting excited, oh, my God, listen, we have already gone through the NFL winter. And this year it's not as bad as it was last year because everything in 2020 was just ass. Remember, last year at this time, we were all kind of on lockdowns. Players weren't able to work out with the team in the facilities. There was no basketball. We are night and day in better shape than where we were this time last year. So we'll have semblance of a regular offseason, which, quite frankly, killed the Dallas Cowboys last year because we had so many new faces, we had new coaches, we had new defensive philosophies, and we just didn't have time to work on it. From the fact of now, what I like seeing is we pretty much have the team. We'll be adding some more people. This is the second wave of free agency. We'll be adding some more people. But when you think about last offseason and the Cowboys adding so many pieces all the way into training camp, from the Clinton Ha-Ha Dixes to the Dontari Poes and the Gerald McCoys, the Everson Griffins and things, that we brought in a whole bunch of new guys that didn't know each other. We brought in a defensive coordinator who was asking the players, what do you like doing? And saying, we're going to be a 3-4, 4-3, we're going to be a hybrid. In other words, it was just mass confusion. At least knowing that you've got all of these guys together, that come next week, they will be in the facilities to start doing drills together, will put us head and shoulders ahead of where we were last year. And you have to be excited about that. One other note that I find interesting is, excuse me, I'm sorry, I got some congestion. I didn't mean to snort on the thing here. Hearing everybody talk, or hearing a few, being that I'm in the Washington, D.C. area, and don't go through and say, oh, you're not a real Cowboys fan. You're really a closet Washington fan. Yeah, it's true. I really am a Washington football fan, and you can tell by all of the, Cowboy gear. I'm just in disguise that literally I'm spending all my money. I spent all my money to prove that I am not a Washington fan. That's it. It would just be easier to say I'm a Washington fan, okay, if I were a Washington fan. But I can't stand them. Never could. But it's almost comical how we have people that think that the Washington football team, as Greeny said yesterday, is one of the best teams in the NFC. And people are saying that they're actually going to just run away with the NFC East. And I'm just kind of like, do you understand what happens to teams when they win the NFC East? No team since 2003 has won the NFC East back to back. But I'll even go one step further. No one has won the NFC East and come back the next year and won more games than they did previously. Now, there were 2 years that they won the same amount of games, but they didn't win the division. It amazes me how the statistics, the numbers, and things like that are right there, but people don't take it into consideration. We've been through, you think about the Des Bryant catch no catch, that, the Cowboys were a catch no catch away from the NFC Championship game. They got the best offensive line in football. They got DeMarco Murray, who's coming off an 1,800-yard season. Tony Romo, best year of, his career. You looked at that and said the Cowboys, they're built to be good for the next years and things. And come the next year, we went from 12-4 to 4-5. The Eagles, remember when they came off of the Super Bowl? Oh, my God, the Eagles are built for the long haul. They've got the best quarterback situation out there. Their offensive line is great. They got good running backs. They got a stand-up defense. Remember that? And they proceeded to go downhill and off a cliff. It's the way it is in football. But for some reason, people don't seem to remember that. I'm not hating on Washington. They got a hellacious defense that should be getting better, but the NFL is made for mediocrity. It is made so that there's constantly a turnover and hope for everybody, because your team might have been ass last year, but you have hope because teams go from worst to first all the time. As always, you know what time it is.
Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report.
else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?